Mm.
Ho, ho. Look, I come from a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique. They ain't play their part, so my part is play for keeps. Why I a kid, but I never saw that.
Whoa, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into a special edition of Lock, Loaded, and Goated. Ain't got shit for football to watch or anything like that. Well, we do got football going on, but we're all here. Well, you see Tony up in the corner here. Let me switch over. Hold on. Got to get all our cameras squared away because we ain't got our friend.
I just left Tony. He started a standing ovation in the Mexican restaurant when Pavia did not win the Heisman. He will be joining us shortly. I don't know when.
Give me a second.
But the alcohol has been flowing, just so everybody knows.
Got to get Jordan on here. This is what happens when Tony doesn't show up. I notice this happens a lot. Here we go. So we're gonna get Riddle right here. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I ain't gotta do nothing. I'm sorry. I don't have to do nothing. There you go. Now
Brandon, real quick, when I get home and I get off and then switch to the computer, is it gonna mess you up?
No, because I have it set up. I didn't realize I had it already set up, so it's done. Anyway, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into Lock, Loaded, and Goated. Like I said, we have a special edition show. Tony is standing up. He's celebrating. Moral victories is his specialty. It's all he has. His teams suck most of the time. So with that said, Pavia does not win the Heisman, and Tony has hung every hat that he had, every one of them on that right there, and he is excited.
Yeah. Just to give everybody an update, we had our work Christmas party tonight. We were watching the Heisman presentation, and when Mendoza won it, he literally stood up and started a standing ovation in the restaurant, and people in there were clapping and didn't even know what they were clapping for. And then he made a Facebook post. Like, he is on cloud nine. We went out in the parking lot, was drinking some Blanton's Gold. Tony is in rare form when he joins us later.
They're all sitting there clapping like he just beat cancer or something. Yeah, good job, Tony. No,
Diego Pavia didn't win the Heisman. That's all it was.
Chad said, "Calm down, Jordan. Ain't nobody gonna get your dinner." Anyway, Jordan said he got no shits to give. Hey, on a serious note, I went to Sam's Club today in Murfreesboro, and I want to say that I went to go buy a 30-pack of Sam Adams, and that shit is $40.
Golly.
And I said, no, put that shit back. I mean, damn, dude, that's a bottle of bourbon. I mean, I know that's good beer. And it was the winter variety pack, but it just
It ain't that good.
No, it ain't that good. But they have one called Cold Brew. It's like their coffee stout. I've never had it, and I was like, oh man, that sounds good. But I like the winter beer from Sam Adams. But anyway, so let's get into the we're not gonna get to the Heisman yet. We'll wait for Tony if he shows up. Let's get into the one game that we picked. And that was the Army Navy game. And
the three of us were on the wrong side of that.
Navy comes back to win the game.
Yes, they did.
But they did not cover. So Tony wins the week. Tony won 1 week out of like every week in football. He won one. And
swamp buster.
Yeah. Yeah. Chad says, yeah, gas is cheaper than beer now, and it sucks. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, so Riddle, go ahead and give us your thoughts on the Army and Navy, and then Jordan, we'll get into yours because I was in Murfreesboro. I didn't get a chance to watch it. So,
well, the two things that I took away from the game is, number one, how identical the opening drives were for both teams.
That was yeah.
Jordan, I'm still driving, but isn't it like wasn't they both drives,
Both
13
both
plays,
opening drives
75
were
yards,
75 plays, 13 or 75 yards, 13 plays.
13
Navy
plays.
went
Yeah. And
on that first drive. Navy went 1-for-1 passing for 11 yards. Army went
Mm.
1-for-1
1 for
passing for
8.
7 yards.
Yeah. So
I mean,
those were both
Interesting.
identicals. I think they both finished with the same amount of passing yards, which is
Oh,
what you
wow.
kind of
Yes,
expect.
82.
82.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting.
Both teams were
Very
50%.
hard nosed.
Holy shit.
This was, as far as Army Navy games go, I felt like this one just was the most smash mouth, hard nosed game that I've seen in a long time. And Jordan talked about it before we went live. If Horvath didn't turn the ball over as much as he did, this game might have been different. But Army's, what's their end's name? That he had the game of his life.
And he's from Annapolis, Maryland, too.
Mm.
Yes, he is. And they
So he
talked
had
about
something
him
to
the whole
prove.
game, and he was wreaking havoc.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's
Army had
always
the
that
lead
one
late.
guy on one side or the other that'll have a game like that every year.
Mhm.
You can bank on it.
Absolutely.
So real quick,
But,
I'm gonna break in here.
Army
Riddle.
had
Hold
the
on.
lead late. Go ahead.
Washington. We just turned this game. It was 3-3 when Riddle left the restaurant. He's still driving. It is now 24-3. It's 24. It literally
I'm
went
about to pull
one
the driveway. That's only a 30-minute drive.
Oh my lord, dude! Absolute. That's an ass whooping. Anyway, now Riddle, continue. Sorry.
But as far as this Army Navy game, the one thing about this game is there's usually tons of mutual respect between these two teams, especially at the end of the game. And this one was chippy. Like there was a lot of shoving going on. This one, you could sense the rivalry with the way they were playing on the field. And even after the game was over, they were face to face at midfield for a while. Like the coaches couldn't even shake hands because of all the stuff going on. And you usually don't see that. And I love to see it, to be honest with you, because that just shows you that game means something to these two academies.
Yeah.
And that it was one of the better Army Navy games we've seen in quite some time.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's one of the biggest rivalry games of all time. If you look at the history of college football, and a lot of respect for both service academies. And the deal is no matter how chippy they want to be, at the end of the day, they have to brush all of that shit off, like the soldiers they are, and they have to all be on the same team tomorrow. And it's absolutely amazing that they do that. So, respect, massive respect. Jordan, what do you think about the game?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Wednesday night, every year I pull for Army. I always have. It's as long as I can remember watching this game. The better team won today. Two terrible turnovers from Blake Horvath. Threw a pick on his own 30. Fumbled on the Army 45. Those both led to field goals for Army, which made this game a lot closer than it really was. Stats wise, Army was 3 for 10 today, 30% on third downs. Like Jeff said, both teams, it was kind of crazy. Both teams threw for exactly 82 yards. Both teams were 50% throwing the ball. 5 for 10 for Army, 7 for 14 for Navy. Rushing, the wide gap to Navy, 190 yards on the ground compared to 120 for Army. But, I mean, 17-16, that's about what you expect in these games.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, under cash is again. Never was in danger. I think it was 38.5. It usually never is. Even with both teams opening up with first possession touchdowns, it was never.
They
never
always slow down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get into the other bowl games that are taking place. So we have a couple of quarterfinal action going on with the FCS. The FCS, and the ones that I'm showing right now, Villanova beats Tarleton State, and 26-21. Montana beats South Dakota 52-22. And this is the shout out, Illinois State in Bloomington, Illinois. That's where Aunt and Uncle live. And she went to Illinois State. So shout out to them. They won their quarterfinal. We'll be moving on to the semis. There's one more. I just don't see it. Somebody can help me out if you see it. There's one more game, though. There's one more quarterfinal for sure.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to pull it up on this again.
Yeah.
Illinois State is on a on an absolute miracle run right now.
Exactly. I'll take it. Like I said, just root for you.
Oh,
Root.
I mean,
That's fine.
winning
He's out.
outright last
Yeah.
week against North Dakota State is like 23.5-point dogs.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's all about getting hot, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't see it, Jordan. Maybe
no, that was it. Well, no, that can't
how
be
can it? Yeah, unless they played last night or something.
no, okay, no, it's already moved me forward.
Oh, okay.
Montana State in the semifinals. It'll be Illinois State at Villanova in the semifinals.
Oh, okay. Montana State. Okay. I didn't see the Montana game. Maybe they played last night.
Yeah, that might have been a Friday night game. I'm
looking. Hold on.
I think it would show because I've got the FCS pulled up.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I think
Chad said he also has family in Bloomington.
Who? Chad? Oh, okay, yep. Cool. Yeah, Chad, ours work at State Farm. Okay, here it is. Montana and South Dakota
beat Stephen F. Austin. Montana State beat Stephen F. Austin last night, 44-28.
That's what it was. Okay, so it's just like
Illinois
our playoffs.
State beat UC Davis 42-31.
Yeah.
Montana drubbed South Dakota, and Villanova with a nail biter over Tarleton State 26-21. The same Tarleton State that started the year off with a win at Army.
Yeah, I remember that.
It always comes full circle.
Yeah, I tell you what though, good for those teams. Like I said, it's good to get a little, little notoriety there. And looking at the we had a bowl game earlier today. Jordan, you were elaborating on it very, very much earlier on. Go ahead and give us that breakdown of South Carolina State and Prairie View.
Oh no, that at one point in the second quarter, Prairie View A&M was up 21-0 on South Carolina State. Lost this game in 4 overtimes, 40-38. And when you look at the numbers, I don't see how. Both teams, 22 first downs for South Carolina State, 21 for Prairie View A&M, 357 yards for South Carolina State, 491 yards for Prairie View A&M. Neither one of these teams believe in running the ball. 41 carries for South Carolina State for 78 yards for a 1.9 yard a carry average. 30 attempts for Prairie View A&M for 55 yards. Everything was through the air for both teams. A pretty clean football game. One turnover each, one fumble for Prairie View, one interception for South Carolina State. When it was 21-0 before after halftime, I cut it off because it looked like it was an absolute rout.
Roll Tide,
kind of wish I hadn't now.
Yeah,
because I'd really like to know how this game ended in the fashion that it did, with just by looking at the box score.
Yeah, I mean, when you were describing it, like I said, I didn't even watch it, but like I was intrigued just by the description alone that you gave me. And so like when you tell a story like that, obviously. Josh says Michael Jackson coat. I know he's only talking to one person, so me and Jordan wearing a t-shirt.
Had a Christmas dinner, my work Christmas dinner tonight. So
show us your glove.
No gloves. No gloves.
Anyway, oh shit, man. Yeah, like I said, guys, we got a short one tonight. There's not a lot to cover, and
we're patiently waiting the arrival of Tony Pardo.
And if we don't, here's what we're going to promise. If we don't get Tony, because Tony he's a subject to his wife, and obviously if she doesn't want to leave the Christmas party and he's stuck there, that's acceptable. We will make him post a separate post, and we will share it out. And that way
he did post on Facebook for if you haven't seen it. It was very quick. I mean, it was literally 30 seconds after they announced the winner. He said, "It's a great week/day to be a Vol. # Vol for life."
And Josh just said Diego got snubbed.
I'm inclined to agree.
Make him do the hot dog challenge.
Tony can't do the hot dog challenge. There's only one guy that can do the hot dog challenge.
And there's a lot of y'all that have seen it.
Listen, there's not many people's wives that can do the hot dog challenge. I mean, it's just
Damn.
I'm just calling a spade, bro. Sometimes
I mean,
you just
y'all
gotta
seen
call it
it.
out.
Josh got to see it on the golf course, so he knows about it.
Josh, dude, I'm telling you, that's must see TV. That's must see TV, guys. I'm telling you right now, if he ever does that, our ratings, that's got to be like, that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna say, hey, we're trying to get to 100 subscribers.
Chad said he can try.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies, dude.
I was like, Tony's been on cloud nine since this was announced. He was sending things to that group chat. My favorite one that he sent was the Thanos one saying, "I hope they remember you." Like talking about Pavia. He had me cracking up.
He's got quiet on me.
Tony was talking about that too. I can promise you, Tony will be bringing that up. He even said when we were walking out to the parking lot to do celebratory bourbon drinks, that he goes, "Boy, Perkins has got real quiet."
Hey, you're following. Hey man, but I mean, you can't. Like I said, we called this. We knew. Like, I'm not even mad. Like, Pavia should have been there. There's no denying that. The stats for this year, that's what we're looking at. We could say it's a down year for the Heisman, which I do think it is. He deserved to be there, and he finished second. And we knew that was going to happen. Most of us called that. Riddle, I think you thought Pavia deserved it. I don't think you believed he was going to win it, though.
Well, so here's my thing: is Pavia became only the second quarterback to throw for 3,000 yards and rush for over 800 in a season and not win the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was Dak Prescott in 2014.
God, he sucked.
Every other quarterback that has achieved that feat has won the Heisman. Tebow, Johnny Manziel, Jaden Daniels, those guys all won the Heisman, and he's only the second one not to win it with those stats. So
I'm gonna tell you right now,
especially with it being a down year.
Yeah,
I mean,
but like, think about that though. That's a good point. Dak Prescott is Johnny Man's. He was Diego Pavia. Dak Prescott was Diego Pavia, a shit team, historically shit team, and he brought them to glory. I'll never forget it. I mean, he was good when he was at Mississippi State. He was. I don't think he was.
Yeah, but Mendoza
first round good
Division I program.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Right,
perfect season.
But this is the first quarterback in a very, very long time outside of the modern day that won the Heisman without throwing for 3,000 yards.
Yeah. And if we're calling a spade, I think this is just my opinion, may not mean anything. Pavia was, even if he was in the SEC title game and had a chance to play for that and maybe had a good outing against Georgia, I think, yes, he certainly has a damn leg to stand on. But that extra game for Mendoza against Ohio State, the team that was a juggernaut that no one thought was going to get beat, I mean, it was it. That sealed it. That's it.
I mean, there's 23.
Pavia played like every single snap he could trying to pad stats. I think the voters recognize that. I mean, he played two teams the Pulse this year and lost to both of them. It is what it is.
Yes. And the thing is, though, if at Vanderbilt, to play devil's advocate, at Vanderbilt, you have to do that, Jordan, to even be relevant, to even be in New York. He has to do that.
The thing I'm most disappointed in it with Vandy fans is this is the greatest season in Vanderbilt history, bar none.
Mm-hmm.
May never happen again. And instead of enjoying it for what it was, all they've done is cry because we didn't get this, Pavia didn't get that. Quit trying to downplay the greatest season you've ever had. Like, this is not a common thing for you. This is out of the ordinary. My aunt, she was on Facebook. She was tickled to death. He was just there on stage. I mean, she's a big Commodores fan. I mean, not all of them are like that, but a lot of my friends on social media are just are trying to downgrade the season as much as they can, and I don't get why.
It reminds me of 2022. Stetson Bennett was invited to New York. We knew that he wasn't going to win it, but it was a honor for him to even be there, especially for Georgia fans. Like, we were happy that he was there, that he was getting the recognition for what he had done at Georgia. We understood that he probably wasn't going to win it, but everything that
free drinks.
Yeah, his story, his story, and the way that he played, and the way that he was a vital part of that team. Like if you look at his stats, he absolutely deserved to be there. We knew he wasn't going to win, but it was, his kudos, his flowers. It was the thank you to him for what he had done for Georgia. I think he knew that he wasn't going to win it, but it was an honor for him to even be there and be invited there. And yes, should Vandy fans be looking at it that way? Probably so. I agree with you on that. But I don't know if you heard me earlier. He's only the second quarterback to throw for 3,000 yards and rush for over 800 that didn't win the Heisman.
Yeah. I will say this though. And this goes to all Vandy fans. Tony, it doesn't matter who we're talking to. Diego did exactly what they needed him to do at Vanderbilt. Diego put Vandy on the map. They are no longer they're no longer a doormat. They just signed the number 1 quarterback in this class, Jordan. They signed the number 1 quarterback in this class.
They didn't even have a top 10 conference signing class.
But they signed the number 1 quarterback that wanted to be just like one guy, Diego Pavia.
That like 2A Tennessee football?
It's private school. He's
single A. There you go.
Single A.
He's private school though, isn't he?
Yeah.
So was Briggs, but hell, Briggs was playing at the top level.
Yeah.
This kid's over here hiding at Nashville Christian trying to play Christian Brothers High or some shit.
Okay.
Out of Mississippi.
But when's the last time they won a 5-star? When's the last time they had a 5-star?
And I think even a bigger story is they flipped him from Georgia.
Yeah, that is a big story. And they did that because of Pavia. They did that because of Pavia. Let's just call it what it is.
Right.
Vanderbilt don't have more money than Georgia.
There's not a lot of Georgia fans that are worried about that. I can promise you that.
Georgia's already signed 1 5-star of this cycle. Did they really flip him, or did he just not want to compete for a starting job?
Yeah, Alabama.
And that's a big tell.
That's the thing.
That's a big tell right there.
So we signed 2 4-star quarterbacks, and both of those guys are like, "Yeah, I'm good. And I actually like our. I like.
Come in and fight for it.
I like Jet Tamala more than I like Curtis. I like him more, but that doesn't mean anything. I like his release more. I think, like you said, Jared Kerr, I have seen firsthand what happens when you play 1A football and then you go to the big leagues. It takes you 4 years just to get acclimated to the speed that everyone else around you has, and the decision making at quarterback. It takes forever to get that built in. So
the comment I was saying that's kind of like,
what's up, Jay?
That's kind of soured me on Jared Curtis. Somebody made the comment, his high school tape looks a lot like Arch Manning's high school tape.
And Arch Manning went to a very small school.
But he's playing very, very low-hanging fruit as far as competition goes.
Yeah.
So is he really that good, or were teams just that bad?
And that's why
he's got skill. He's got potential. But I'm not going to we learned if Arch Manning's name was Rico Sanchez, he'd be just another 5-star kid with a good upside. So instead of being anointed the Heisman before he ever took a snap.
And that's kind of the way Georgia fans are looking at Jared Curtis. Is he played the lowest class of private school football in the state of Tennessee? What does that prove? What is it? Honestly, Brandon, you played at a very high level high school. In football in high school. At Riverdale. They were at the time that you played for them, they were one of the powerhouses in Tennessee.
Yes.
But could you imagine playing at Nashville Christian? Y'all would have absolutely destroyed them with a 5-star quarterback.
Yeah. I remember playing what's the Father Ryan? That's an absolute stud team. We played Brentwood Academy, absolute stud team. We played several private schools that were absolute studs. We beat them, but they were absolute stud teams, and you could tell they were loaded.
Right.
But
y'all still beat them, and y'all were a public school.
Yeah. Well, Riverdale. Riverdale.
Right.
So
Riverdale, when you played, is the Oakland of today.
Yeah, exactly. So this got brought up. So Ty Simpson, this question just came through, so I'm gonna answer it. But Ty has a herniated disc. It happened before the Auburn game. They won't tell us when. It explains a little. If he was that hurt,
It
I don't know why
raises
he's
more
playing.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
it raises more questions than anything. Is why the hell is he in the game trying to fight through that? If you have if you have somebody that
I don't know.
obviously we know that Ty Simpson is the better
Competitor.
quarterback.
He's a competitor, I think,
But-
maybe.
But if you have somebody that can come in and give you just not just as good a chance, but still a good chance to win, who is 100% healthy, is that not on coaching for being like, hey, we need to make this change and let him heal up?
Well, I mean, it's just like the Mateer against Texas game. Oklahoma is one of the best teams this year. If you take Mateer and you say, hey, you never got hurt, I honestly believe Oklahoma beats Texas. I believe that. That's what I mean. The 5 turnovers that he had, or whatever the hell it was, I mean, it basically they had no shot. But I think people think they're capable of something that they're not, and they probably put themselves in situations. And you expect the coaches to kind of see that, but when your guy comes up to you, and Riddle will use Stetson Bennett because I know you're high on him, and he says, "I can do this." I mean, you gotta trust the guy. You gotta trust the guy. You have to trust the guy.
But he was never. I'm saying
if he's
hurt, with a
hurt,
herniated disc.
I said if he's hurt and he comes to you,
at some point you have to protect the kid from themselves.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
No,
that is part of coaching.
I'm hurt and I can't go.
But I don't know. I don't know when this
hurt,
got found out or anything.
I'm good enough.
I don't know when they found it out.
I mean, let's just ask this question: do you think Saban would have played Milroe if he had a herniated disc and everything else, or would he have made that change?
God, I hope we would have been better off pulling him. Yeah, I wish he. Nah.
Right. Well, I mean, you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like Saban, at least
we don't know the whole story. It's weird that it didn't come out till after the Georgia game. To me, there's a flag. There's a flag there. There's a flag. Like, to me, there's a red flag. I agree with you. There's a red flag. Like, why did we not know about this? Well, and according to DeBoer, what he said was, well, there's a difference between being injured and hurt. And he's right. If Ty's out there practicing and he's looking fine, but he's just a little aggravated and one shot to the ribs throws him off. I don't know. I'm not going to use it as an excuse. Like I said, if he's hurt, he doesn't need to play. Like Jordan said, we got to protect this kid. He's coming back. I mean, that's happening. So he's coming back and he's going to be the future next year. So, I mean, we kind of want to take care of him, right?
I mean, you got to.
Because, I mean, this season, let's just be honest, guys, with the team that we have. This season, we're not going to do anything with it. We're just not. We're not.
I mean, okay, so did Keelan Russell take any snaps at all this year?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It was a couple of.
Okay.
He did.
Thank you, Fallon. It was a couple of very, very.
Because, I mean,
so Austin Mack is the backup. Austin Mack's the backup.
But I mean, either way, if you're at that point like with Keelan Russell, if he didn't take any snaps at all, you could let him run through this playoffs. And if you catch lightning in a bottle and pull a Cardell Jones, great.
He's redshirting,
and you don't
Jordan.
lose your red shirt. But because you're going to lose it because he took snaps during the season,
right?
Because it'll be a 4-game run if you win it all,
Didn't they say something about didn't they talk about not having the playoffs count towards redshirting? I don't think it's active. I don't think it's active, but I thought that was something they were talking about. But anyway, he has redshirted up to this point. Like I said, they're trying to save him, and he seems like he's got the right mentality. Like, but Austin Mack would be the guy, and Austin Mack is capable. I mean, he's damn 6'7". He's a big bodied quarterback with a huge arm. Is accurate? I mean, dude, he's got a cannon. But does he
give you the better chance or the better opportunity
versus a hurt Ty? Versus a hurt Ty, probably. Right. Yeah.
Then because the coaching, 100%.
Yeah, because it's going to be very challenging. Like, he reminds me of kind of like of Joe Milton. The talent's there. I know. I'm just throwing out a comp. I'm not saying he couldn't be better than Joe Milton, but I'm saying the guy physically is everything you want in a quarterback. It's just, can he put it all together on the field? We haven't had a chance to see that yet. So I'm not saying he is Joe Milton. I'm saying physically, though, Joe Milton was a specimen. Jordan, do you agree?
You that Bill.
Yeah. Joe Milton was a specimen.
Was as good as somebody that put cleats on paper. Now, when you saw him, it kind of went downhill quickly, but.
Yeah, Kia said that was a rumor that came out after the Oklahoma game. That's what we said. And Kia, I was just sitting there like, it's weird that it didn't get any legs until after And I think, like I said, I think it's like trying to save face. That's what I think it is. I'm not going to say he's not hurt, and I'm not going to say he doesn't have, because someone that's had disc issues, I'm not going to sit there and say that it doesn't hurt, because it does. But we don't know how bad this was. We don't know how bad this was, because I could bend the wrong way, and hurt my back, and I'll be down for about a day. You know what I mean? Take some pain pills. This guy has the best medical treatment of anybody that's listening right now. They're going to do everything they can to take care of that kid. So it's not
Give him a
like,
shot.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's probably, I
Absolutely.
mean, yeah. And for all we know, that could have been happening.
He come out looking like Aaron Rodgers after that game against the Jets.
Fucking people's all dilated. Let's
My
go.
knee.
Let's go. Honestly, if Ty's coming back, he could be redshirt next year. Ty's coming back. I think he's pretty much said that. Unless he went and he had some fantastic pro day, like he went and he did pro day just to see where he was going to go, or combine, and he just had some fantastic workout, he's coming back. There's no.
The biggest news out of people coming back today was Marcel Reed. They're putting a package together. Or not Marcel Reed, Lenore Sellers at South Carolina. They're
That's
putting a
one of the
package
biggest
together.
mistakes.
Yeah, they're
of
putting a
anything
huge
offseason.
package together to get him to come back.
Dude,
Like,
get the fuck out there. Go somewhere with some talent and build your draft stock next year. Because you're
He's,
not going to
they're-
do it at South Carolina.
No,
No.
and they're
He's
about to spend
talented
the
too.
bank trying to get him to stay.
Lenore
Yeah, they're
Sellers
going to
is
spend the
talented.
bank on one guy and have nobody around him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
Which would work in lesser conferences, But
dude, I'm telling you,
they were
if
in the
Lenore Sellers is
ACC,
coming
Big
out,
10, Big 12.
there's going to be some teams on that. There are going to be some teams on that list. Because, I mean, he's 10 times the quarterback. I know what I'm about to say. I don't think Bryce Underwood's that good. I think physically he is, but.
The Bryce Underwood to LSU stuff is picking up a little bit of steam in the social media world.
And I will.
A lot of that you got to take with a grain of salt, but
that might be.
Sam Levitt to go to LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, Sam Levitt, we know he can play football. We know he can play quarterback very well at a very high level. We know that.
Especially with the right pieces around him.
Yes. And you give him, if Lane Kiffin has him, dude, yes, he's going to do great.
Oh,
he's going to do great things. Bryce Underwood does not impress me.
Right,
Yeah.
but Lane Kiffin, though, look what he did with
He might be better with Lane Kiffin.
Nobody
He might be
wanted
better with
Trinidad Chambliss.
And who knows, Lane Kiffin may stay pissed
Thank you,
on it to go
Josh.
get the kid from Western Carolina that threw for 7,000 yards in the game. I mean, he's hitting the portal.
I mean, that's the thing, dude.
Deny what Lane Kiffin can do with quarterbacks.
Yeah, he knows talent. He knows quarterback talent. So he's going to go get somebody that. And the deal is like Bryce Underwood. I'm not saying all Bryce Underwood has to do is throw for 200 yards a game and not turn the ball over. I mean, if LSU can get a running game going, I mean, dude, their defense, Baker is good. Their defense is actually good. Like, it's not bad. So you can't go 3 and out 400 times a game like they did all season. But what a season for was it Nuss? I mean, Nussmeier. I went way back. Nuss, guy that was supposed to be real hyped up and just absolutely shit the fucking bed.
Well, you saw who
come out with no oblique injury, played most of the year.
Yeah,
with no oblique injury, just But of course, that's also their own doing, trying to hide that.
Yeah, they did try.
Really
they tried to hide it, and
they did,
and I don't know. And I don't know what Alabama did in terms of trying to hide something. If they did that, then shame on them. Because like I said, I don't think we benefited from that. But Ty goes to LSU. Is that what y'all? No, Ty is not going to LSU.
No.
We were talking about Bryce Underwood. Keeps. I'm sorry.
Nussmeier. Here's Nussmeier's stats. He was 93rd in the nation in passing yards with 1,927, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks, and a 67.4 completion percentage. He was hurt all year.
Yeah.
And they just let him go out there and play through it.
Yeah, that's on the coaching staff. Same thing. The same thing we just talked about with Ty. No one is immune from this. Like I said, if Gunnar Stockton comes out and hurts himself and he has to come out of the game, that's part of it. I mean, God dang it. Anyway,
DJ Lagway, who was supposed to be the best quarterback in the SEC, finished with 2,264 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 14
I think
interceptions.
say about 700 interceptions.
Yeah.
I will be curious though to see what he does in the new offense. I'll be curious because I think DJ Lagway is a good quarterback. I think he is a good quarterback. We saw glimpses of good quarterback. I'm not saying we've seen a whole game of good quarterback.
Just set it on fire, Josh.
Yeah.
Just set it on fire. Burn it. You'll get more enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if I'm buying that right now, okay?
I'm just letting you know, if Ty Simpson is as hurt as they say that he is.
That's
And
it.
they're going against this Oklahoma defense that has already beat them once in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
And Alabama can't run the ball. It might be a long day Friday night.
Yeah.
For
He's
Alabama.
hurt, Josh. He's hurt, yeah.
He's been hurt. He was
So-
hurt
He's
before
got a-
Auburn game.
So it came out.
Herniated disc.
It came out he had a herniated disc, Josh, that happened in the Oklahoma game. And I don't know why we haven't heard about it up until this point. We talked about that earlier. Could be they were trying to hide it. Could be just to save face because they got beat by Georgia. There's a whole slew of things, and we're not going to sit there and try to break it all down here. But at the end of the day, if he is hurt, we need to let someone else play. Because the deal is we doubled up yardage on Oklahoma when we played them in Tuscaloosa. We doubled them up. It was absolute. I mean, just like outside of the turnovers, we absolutely played wonderfully, but we sucked. We sucked when it mattered most.
He said, I play golf every day with a herniated disc and I'm crooked.
Josh, I know, dude.
Take a bath.
Tell him to take a bath.
Put some bubbles in there to cure all.
But
Love
yeah,
it. Love
yeah. I
it.
mean, we're talking about playing it, Josh. We're not talking about playing podunk ass hillbilly golf. We're talking about fucking high level of football here. I'm just playing, bro. But no, it you know,
Beating Oklahoma is a lot different than beating Tony.
yeah, beating
Oklahoma is going to bring the
I don't
pressure.
know, they're in there somewhere.
And they're going to keep the pressure
They're in
on,
I
especially
don't know.
with
They're in
this
there
news
somewhere.
coming
I
out.
brought them in.
Oh yeah.
They're going to pin their ears back.
No, I
and they're
had them
gonna
in my
keep coming
hand.
forward.
Sorry, guys. I had them in my hand. They're here. I promise. Sorry.
No, you're good.
They're all crying about switch games and anyway.
But yeah, Oklahoma, like especially with this news coming out, if Ty Simpson goes out there, they are going to bring the house early and often. Now that could work against them
Yeah.
because let's not forget Alabama does have really good receivers. They and Cuevas
He's
being
coming
out
back.
that SEC championship game
Yeah.
was huge,
He's coming back.
and I
so
knew that was huge going into it because he is a
He's a
big
good-
time safety valve.
he is a
and he
very,
is a
very,
very
good
good tight end.
player. He's a very good player.
He is. So when I saw that he was out on that injury report, I was like, that's huge for Georgia in that SEC championship game. Now, if he's going to be back and if he's healthy, that's big. If, was it Bernard? Bernard's going to do what he does.
Yeah.
And then Williams, if he can catch the damn ball, you'll be in
Fine.
great shape.
Depends on which one shows up.
Right. If
Then I
the
think
Ryan Williams,
show up, or does every other game Ryan Williams show
if
up?
the Ryan Williams that we know he can be shows up and they bring the house, you're going to have
Yeah.
one-on-one matchups. Alabama can thrive in that situation. If the Ryan Williams shows up that seems to can't catch a pass at all, then that leaves it up to Bernard and Cuevas and those guys, and that just takes a weapon away. But Alabama is going to bring the pressure. You know Venables is going to have that defense ready.
Keelan's not going to play. He's redshirting. It'll be Austin Mack. He's number 2.
And Mitchell, you're correct. Like the first big hit will tell you
I think
the
Oklahoma
shape he's in.
I think Oklahoma blitzed like 75% of the game when they played us. So
Right.
we have no
They're gonna
doubt what
send
the game
house
plan
on the
is going to
first
be.
play, probably.
Yeah, we have no
I
doubt.
guarantee you. I guarantee you they rush 8 the first
It'll be
time.
a goal line. It'll be a
Dude.
goal line jailbreak blitz. I don't give a damn where
It-
on the field it's.
I'd have
We're gonna
single
find out
back.
real quick.
I'd have single back with 3 wide receivers, and I'd dump that ball off to that first wide receiver. I mean, on a quick screen route, right off the rip, and just to see, because I'm telling you, if they're not pressing, I agree with you. They're going to send the house, and that little bitty 1-yard pass could be huge. But
let's be honest. Since Saban came to Alabama,
mhm,
what was Alabama's bread and butter?
running the ball
running
and
the
playing
damn
defense.
football, and that opened up the passing game because you had game manager quarterbacks for a lot of those years.
Running the
That
ball and backup quarterbacks.
right and they were good at that because they didn't turn the ball over, and the run game opened up the pass game. That is Alabama's Achilles heel this year. They cannot fucking run the ball. They can't run the ball.
So Kia says we should sit Ryan if he drops a pass in the first half. I agree with what you're saying, Real. That is the number one. That's the number one biggest problem on Alabama's team this year. The number two biggest problem is the drop passes. The drop passes are
Georgia
absolute,
from last year. Georgia led the nation in drop passes last year, and it kills you. It absolutely kills you.
Ryan Williams has had the worst sophomore slump that I can remember of anybody. He had one good game, and I can't remember anyone with the potential that he has. We know he has potential. We have seen it. I'm just saying that he has not put it all together. This year's been hard.
We talk
for
about
him.
the year, right? We talk about the year that Carson Beck had last year and some of the dumb decisions he made. We're not going to take those away because he made a lot of stupid decisions. But we led the nation in drops last year. You think about if those passes were caught, like it's a drive killer.
Yeah.
Those are hard to overcome because you immediately have a letdown.
Yeah.
Like they just drop a pass and you're like, that should have been a 25-yard gain or a 40-yard gain or a touchdown. And they're backbreakers. They're backbreakers.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna dwell on it. I just don't think we have a good running back right now. I think that we have a good running back on the bench.
Somebody told you all about that in the preseason.
He had a better year last year. The problem is with him is the O-line.
He's different, a free dick dog.
The O-line is
what he
absolutely
said
terrible.
The preseason.
The O-line is terrible. They do not block for running the football. It doesn't matter. You put anybody back there. You put somebody who is absolutely fast as lightning with a 4.340, which we've got, and they can't even run the ball because we don't have an O-line that can block.
Right. Your RB2 and RB3 have had bigger chunk plays than Jam Miller this year, though. And Jordan called that in the preseason. He really
Jam Miller's hurt all the time. That was one of the things
he hit. Right. Well, that's because he's stiff as a three-dick dog.
So much gets hammered when he gets hit. He doesn't have that elusiveness that we're used to seeing Alabama backs have.
Yeah. Right. But his biggest strength is his block pickup, like him being able to recognize like who to block assignments. That's why he starts. He's that good at that.
His biggest problem, he tries to play like he's Derrick Henry without being as big as Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's not Derrick Henry. He's not Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
he's not even Brian Robinson.
But that's the style he tries to play, and it's just his body can't handle it.
No. Well, he just doesn't have the balance. You know what I mean? Like, at some point you got to have like a running backs. It's such a difficult decision to play well, and like the thing is like balance is huge, and I don't think he has any. Like I think he's as awkward as a fucking brand new baby giraffe. Like when you watch him run, it just seems so. I don't know, like Jeremy Bernard to me has more balance and a knack for running the football than frickin' Jam Miller does. And I like Jam. I don't have no problem with Jam. He's just not good. He's
the beauty of us coming on here week in and week out and talking to the people about college football, because we watch college football and some of our predictions we miss, but that is one that I've got to give Jordan credit on because he hit the nail on the head with that one in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean,
and I still remember that one.
But, sometimes. Hey, he got lucky on that one. He said Tennessee was a top 4 team.
Till they weren't.
Yeah, I know. Shit happens. I mean, you can't.
Huge defensive coordinator hire for y'all though going forward.
Absolutely.
So
and let's be honest, you got to think that's going to make that offense better.
Absolutely.
They absolutely shut them down in Columbus. So now you've got that guy in the building saying, "Hey, this is what you did, and this is why I did what I did." Now you can make those adjustments without having to take the learning curve of getting the hell beat out of you again.
And so we got to ask ourselves, though, are we getting the Jim Knowles for Penn State, or are we getting the Jim Knowles from Ohio State?
Well,
one is a huge.
I was about to say the Jim Knowles at Penn State wasn't the problem.
He wasn't the problem, but he wasn't the Jim Knowles at Ohio State. He
Well,
was
the
not.
problem is it was year one at Penn State, and Ohio State fans I've talked to,
Yeah.
none of them wanted to see him leave. He wanted, before that playoff run, he wanted a new contract. Ryan Day didn't want to give it to him, and then both of them got their feelings hurt, and then he left.
Yeah.
And the ones I've talked to said, look, next year it'll be better, but it's not going to be great because his defense is very complex. It's very hard to learn.
I remember when he was at
now-
Oklahoma State. I thought he was good then.
I mean, anybody have a top 10 defense at Oklahoma State? I mean,
Yeah. The issue is
he may
like
be one of the best coordinators hell in the damn country right now. But
and the thing is Ohio
we'll see what
State's
he can do.
Ohio State's talent. He had more talent on Ohio State, and I'm just telling you the God's honest truth. Tennessee will never have that kind of talent that they had last year on Ohio State's defense. They will not have it. Ohio State's going to pay the premium fucking top dollar to ensure that they get all the best players. They're going
We fixing to empty the coffers. I mean, part of that's because they've got to. And so how quickly his defense implements will depend on what they can find in the portal.
Yeah.
As I say, everything I'm hearing is hype on the staff, and the boosters are fixing to, they're fixing to unload the bullets, trying to get all they can get out of this portal from the QB position right on down.
I mean,
Penn State's defense across the board statistically was better than Texas.
Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah,
all right.
I mean, they were like a top 15 defense this year, but
I don't want to throw, but just
they're top 20 maybe.
Read off their schedule, Penn State's schedule, and I mean, they I'm not going to sit there and Jim Knowles is a good hire. I said that when you hired him, that's a good hire. It's very tough because that Ohio State defense was absolutely. I mean, just riddled with talent. Alabama's not going to have a team that talented. Alabama's not going to have a team that talented. I mean, we're just not.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just not on defense.
For Chad, I just got an update on Tony Pardo. He is still at the Mexican restaurant.
We're about to call this one. We ain't going to wait on this son, bitch.
Don't let him leave. She's trying to get into the bowling alley.
So what we're going to do is this. We're going to give you our best spiel on why y'all should tune in Wednesday night at 8:30 because we have a hell of a show. We're going to start with our bowl breakdowns. And I know we missed a few, but we're going to start with the bowl breakdowns. It's 31-3 Washington right now. And we're going to start going into the playoffs. So that's a show you're not going to want to miss. Yeah. I meant you didn't miss none. But, the Prairie View, that was a fun game. Like I said, I didn't even watch it, but you describing it to me is fucking awesome.
Ain't a damn one of us knew anything about either one of those teams.
Oh, you're right. I wouldn't have. I would have picked probably Prairie View.
Brandon, real quick before we go into this, you told me to check in on Penn State's schedule.
Yeah,
they finished 6-6 this year. They lost 6 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
In those 6 losses, they lost to Oregon by 6, UCLA by 5, Northwestern by 1, Iowa by 1, 24 to Ohio State, and 3 to Indiana. That was their 6-game skid. They played Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Iowa, and then the 2 bad losses were UCLA and Northwestern, but that was by a combined 6 points.
How many points did they give up in the UCLA game? I'm gonna be Tony Pardo right now. How many points did they give up to Nico?
That's the most points they gave up all year, and that was right after Franklin was fired.
I know.
That's when everybody checked out.
Yeah, I know. And the deal is that's not on Jim Knowles. Jim Knowles is a good coordinator. He's a good coordinator.
They held Ohio State to less points than UCLA scored on them.
There you go.
And Indiana, for that matter, and Oregon.
I mean, they had talent on defense too. Penn State had a lot of talent.
I don't know how the turnovers will look next year under Jim Knowles, but I'm almost sit right here right now and bet you 100 that they'll have a better third down percentage than they did this year.
I could see that.
They'll get off the field on third downs.
Well, Penn State won their first 3, lost 6 in a row, won their last 3.
I will say, Jordan, I agree.
Now they're like pinstripe bowl bound.
They're going to be y'all's defense is going to be probably. I don't want to say like. I think it'll be better. I think at the end of the season it'll be better. Yeah, 100%. I think it will be better. I just think it's going to be hard for some Vols fans to see it at first because, like you said, it's a complicated defense, and one thing that Banks did well was he honestly, like, getting after the quarterback was a priority for his defense, and he did that very well. And getting the ball turnovers was a priority, and that helped Tennessee. That helped Tennessee last year. Huge help Tennessee last year. It helped them in the games this year. So I think Jim Knowles, though, like Jordan said, getting off the field on third down is going to be probably where he specializes. I could see that. I could see that for sure. He's that good.
As far
Going to say this video.
we didn't really talk about the Heisman because we were waiting on Tony.
Yeah, go ahead.
I spoke my piece on Pavia being the second quarterback to not win with the stats that he had. Mendoza is the first quarterback with less than 3,000 yards passing to win the Heisman in probably the modern era, especially with.
He may not be the Heisman America wanted, but he's the Heisman America needed.
But this class is one of the worst
By far.
in history. And
what
he did with the school he's at, there's a reason that an Indiana quarterback and a Vanderbilt quarterback were 1 and 2. They both had the best seasons the schools have ever seen.
Any other year, neither one of these guys probably cracked the top 10.
Right. And kudos to both of them for being in the position they were. If anybody didn't watch the Heisman ceremony, Diego Pavia was in a gold suit with a black turtleneck and chains, and he walked in with his brothers. So
the sad thing about this is if Genty was there this year, this would have been the biggest Heisman landslide. It would have been the biggest Heisman landslide ever in the history of the Heisman Trophy voting. And it sucks because, in all honesty, he is 10 times the player that any of these guys are. I like Mendoza. I think Mendoza has a great attitude. I absolutely, he does a lot of stuff off the field. Jordan, you sent that. Who sent that out earlier? Was it Jordan or you, Riddle? The Heisman.
Jordan. Yeah,
absolutely does tons of stuff off the field that absolutely should get tons of credit. That's the guy that you want at quarterback. I don't need Diego Pavia. Diego Pavia is a piece of shit. And we can all talk about his stats, whatever. The dude is absolutely full of himself, and he backs it up. It's definitely his prerogative to do that. But I'll be damned, dude. I'll be damned. We need more people like Mendoza. That's who we need as the face of college football. Not Diego Pavia
against any SEC team with a pulse. I
mean, he's 1-1
against Alabama. He's 1-1 against Tennessee. I mean, he's 500, but he's not a winner.
Oh, he's 2-0 against Auburn.
Yeah, I was the one that said that. I mean, I was the one that said Fernando Mendoza was 24th in the country in passing, one game with over 300 yards passing, and a comeback victory over 3-6 Penn State at the time. And that was who won. It truly, the guy, SEC numbers guy, said it truly redefined what it means to win the Heisman Trophy.
That guy is coping so hard.
But the problem is that, so if they have an issue with that, maybe they need to go out and actually get the best fucking player that's out there instead of trying to give it to a quarterback all the time or an offensive playmaker.
I agree.
Because they fucked that up. There was a player out there that was easily just as good as Genty at his position. And we refused to give him up the stage. We refused.
And he finished 5th in the voting.
We refused to get.
And everybody on this panel said he deserved it.
So
yeah, at least the fan vote knows ball.
Just so everyone's aware, we sent this out in our group chat. Jeremiah Love had less rushing yards than Johnny Manziel in his Heisman season.
Yep.
So everyone, this it's absolute dog water. And the deal is
not even.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna pull this up.
Yeah.
Real quick, so you can finish your thought while I'm pulling this
I'm just thinking, like, man, like everyone, Jordan, I know you talked about like the Derrick Henry, McCaffrey, like everyone had moments and moments and moments and moments throughout the course of the last 20 years that kind of sealed that Heisman. Like there was nothing this year, nothing. Pavia only had, I beat Tennessee. And like you said, Jordan, well, we didn't really have a pulse. At the end of the season, we didn't have a pulse. And that's all he had to hang his hat on. Now, like you said, I think the voters saw.
He won his Super Bowl. I'll give the kid credit.
He did. He called a shot. He Babe Ruth that shit at the beginning of the season and said, here you go. I'm hitting it right here. And he did it. And Tony can't stand it, but he did it. He Babe Ruthed Tony Pardo. He said, "I'm coming to
You're
wipe my
gonna find
balls
out
on
a
your
lot
face."
about him and his character when they play Iowa here in a couple weeks.
That is a bowl game that I am very excited about. Very
There's not
excited
many,
about that
but
bowl
that's
game.
one I'm interested to see him against a really good Iowa defense.
A good disciplined defense that
And
plays
if he goes there and
sound
has a good game,
football.
and hey, so be it. I'll say,
Yeah.
hey man,
Kudos
he
to
had a
him.
great game, but
Yeah. They play sound
I don't feel
defense
like it's going to work out that way.
and they play their assignments very well. And it'll be interesting because I think that's the problem. Georgia is probably the only sound defense in the SEC. We say Oklahoma, Alabama had over 400 yards against Oklahoma. It's not hard to move the ball in Oklahoma. It's hard for shitty teams to move the ball in Oklahoma, and we turn the ball over quite a bit. And that's where Oklahoma is good. They're good at turnovers. But like Georgia's probably the pinnacle on defense in the SEC. And bottom line is they didn't play. I mean, did Pavia even play Georgia? Either year.
Not that,
So he doesn't even know what a good defense is because Alabama and Tennessee, I hate saying it, but there's playmakers scattered across the field, and sometimes they do stupid shit. They don't play as a cohesive
This is gonna be
unit.
the first defense he's seen that's stacked from sideline to sideline.
Oh, yeah, that's a good defense. And kudos to Ferentz, because I will say this, ever since he's been there, I have never known them not to have a stellar defense. Even teams that blow them out, it's like 24-3.
And we hadn't even talked about Kyle Whittingham retiring today.
That's that. Dude,
I'm telling you, man, that private equity shit, and he's like, I don't want no fucking part of that.
Right.
Take my retirement, get the fuck out of here.
So you think about that, and like this is the same thing we talked about when we talked about like governors getting involved and all this bullshit with other teams. Who the fuck as a head coach wants to answer to a board of directors? Not a board of trustees for the university, but a board of directors from a corporate conglomerate. Who the fuck wants to do that?
Saban would have done that?
No. That's why Saban, dude, I'm telling you right now, like football today.
That's why he got out, because he saw this shit coming.
Yeah. So
yes, he did.
Things like these private equity companies that we probably didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Saban is not too old to be coaching, but he saw the writing on the wall.
And the deal is that's why he's not coming back, because bottom line is when we're talking about selling rights to put people's businesses on jerseys, we're trying to do all that stupid shit. That is so fucking, that's the NFL doesn't even do that. And they're as money hungry as any fucking league there is. And they don't even put the Indianapolis Colts. It says the Colts or Indianapolis or just the numbers. It don't have none of that extra bullshit, but here we go. College football, it's going to be a madhouse because people are going to take advantage of these loopholes while they're able to.
It's going to be orange and blue and have a big yellow wood patch.
Yeah.
Just killing the color scheme.
Yeah. Hell, I wouldn't surprise if they didn't change their colors to fucking yellow.
I just want to.
He plays enough.
I just want to put this out there. This is what I was looking up just a second ago before we get off.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's Heisman year. Passing.
Amazing.
66.1% completion percentage, 2,854 yards, 30 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Rushing. 264 attempts, 1,473 yards, 20 touchdowns. Receiving. 2 receptions, 42 yards, and a touchdown. The man had 51 total touchdowns, over 4,000 yards. That's a Heisman caliber season. And throw in the fact that nobody else on that offense played a significant snap in the NFL makes that even that much greater.
That to me is the greatest Heisman. That was the greatest Heisman season. Joe Burrow, nope, don't give no shits about it. That's the greatest Heisman season I can remember was Cam Newton. Absolutely.
He won the Maxwell, the Walter Camp, the Heisman. He won everything that year, and he absolutely deserved it.
He was freaking good. I tell you what though, somebody said something about Tebow early on. Like I can't remember if it was in the chat, but like I thought Tebow's Heisman season was fantastic too. I mean, the stats may not have been equivalent to Cam Newton's, but dude, you can't tell me there was a bigger Heisman when he got on that stage after the Ole Miss loss and then just went on that tear. I mean, that's what the Heisman's about. And again, that's another staple that I wish we had Tebow back because I wish that's the thing we need in college football.
Here's his Heisman stats. 66.9% completion percentage, 32 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 3,286 yards passing.
Not bad.
Then rushing, 210 attempts, 895 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He was a hammer, dude.
Yeah. So
on the goal line,
he had 53 total touchdowns.
Yeah. So I don't know why Perkins even said that, because like maybe he didn't make it in the NFL,
50,
but
55 touchdowns.
Maybe he didn't make it in the NFL, but you cannot deny that guy's Heisman seat. That was fucking phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be honest with you, and this I may be the minority. I hope someone like Tebow comes to coaching one day, because he is exactly the kind of coach that we need in college football. We need somebody with honor and integrity to hopefully straighten this shit out, because right now I don't know about y'all. It feels like it's ran by. I think it's ran by a bunch of cutthroat pirates. I mean, everybody is out to get themselves.
Everybody loves.
Yeah, no. I'm telling you right now, man. Mike Leach was so out there. You know the mad scientist, and the dude would have never done some of the shit.
A midget over the offensive line,
but he would have never done
him out of that.
Some of the shit that we do now in football. He would have never done
field
this
goal
shit.
Competition.
Yeah, he would have never done.
Had a halftime competition. Somebody kicking a field goal from like 35 yards. The dude just absolutely boomed it. Literally the next week, he was on the roster kicking for them.
Speaking of that, have y'all seen the kicker for Boise State? Kid has the greatest last name ever for a kicker.
Oh, God.
His last name is Boomer.
Boomer. Well, that's a good name.
If that kid don't hit the portal and go to Oklahoma, he's wasting his life.
He's wasted his life.
Oklahoma's kicker, Short Shorts, won the Groza this year.
As I'm saying, he gone. So, I mean, they might as well have a kicker named Boomer kicking for Oklahoma.
Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us, guys.
Boomer Sooner champ. Boomer, what?
So, congratulations to Mendoza for winning the Heisman.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to both Army and Navy for playing a very good game, and Navy
I love that game every year.
Navy pulling away. And congratulations to Washington, because they're beating the shit out of Boise State. And we're going to sign off, though, and Boise State's going to be on this epic comeback.
Have y'all seen Malik Zaire been getting dragged on Twitter? Talking about, like, Notre Dame, we go to Notre Dame.
Oh, God, here we go.
Play for championships. That's who we are, and these are the expectations we have. And, dude, they are absolutely dragging him on Twitter.
Well,
and the dumbass just keeps coming back for more.
And is that the guy that
to the group?
Nose, and he's still getting up, staggering out, trying to fight.
I sent that to the group. They haven't won a national championship in like 37 years.
They hadn't won a national championship since the Reagan administration.
37 years, and have made the playoffs only 3 times in 11 years. So
the last time they won a national title, people wrote letters on typewriters to celebrate it.
Yeah. I mean, and let's be fair, though. I'm just 100% transparency.
Herschel was 6 years out of college.
100% transparent. We have to say this. Before last year, they hadn't won a meaningful bowl game since '94. We said this on the show earlier. Right. They are not relevant. They are not a relevant team. Are they a good team?
That's what everyone of them told them. Oh, we were in the championship game last year. Cool.
Yeah.
You didn't win.
Yeah. I mean, you actually got
coming back until you got outclassed. Took their foot off the pedal.
Yeah.
You got outclassed. You got outclassed. It was obvious they didn't belong there.
We can even go back to 2012 when they had the Heisman runner-up Manti Te'o. We said that year that the national championship game was it
35-3?
Yeah, well, yeah, but we said that the SEC championship game that year was the national championship. It was Alabama, Georgia, and the winner of that was going to play Notre Dame and beat the fuck out of them. Everybody knew it was coming.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. Dude, Eddie Lacy fucking destroyed. Just 42-14 was the final in that game.
42-14.
Dude, it was absolute.
My favorite story of that year was watching that national championship game. A bunch of us got together, and a buddy of mine, he's a Tennessee fan, but he likes Notre Dame also. I don't know how that works, but he said he came over in his green and gold and everything else, and I looked him right in the face and I said, "Don't leave at halftime when it's 28-0." And I'll shit you not, it was 28-0 at halftime. He got up and left. And I said that to him right at the kickoff.
35-0 before 35-0 before Notre Dame even scored.
Yep.
I mean,
I remember it.
I tell you right now, AJ McCarron I loved AJ.
Georgia was driving in that SEC championship game to win that football game. And
now AJ trying to be a politician now.
Hey,
that was the tip pass.
I like him.
That was the tip pass, the linebacker tip that should have been just let go for an incompletion, but the receiver caught it, immediately fell down, and the clock ran out. And we were on
and that did suck.
10-yard line. Do what?
Flavor you drinking on tonight?
I just finished off my Snickerdoodle Oh Smoky Moonshine.
I saw they've got one coming out called a snow cream flavor.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Anyway,
on Facebook today.
That is gonna do it for us, guys. We're gonna call this one. Please,
Bourbon barrel, 8.5%.
Tune in on Wednesday night. Like I said, you can catch us every Wednesday, Saturday during the football season on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. We also have the podcast, the audio version.
Oh shit!
Don't get off yet. There he is. He's done went back.
You got Tony
right now.
You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes, Tony.
The Mexican restaurant.
He's taking a piss. Golly, boys, we have officially made it.
We were just about to get off, Tony, so go ahead and give us 2 minutes of what you think about the Heisman.
Yeah. I just want to tell everybody I fucking told you so.
I want to thank
Pavia wasn't the Heisman winner. Obviously, we knew that, which I try to tell everybody. Hell, I've been telling everybody for fucking weeks and months now, probably. He's not that guy. No one's ever going to remember the season anymore unless you're a Vanderbilt fan. The season doesn't even exist anymore. This is like Thanos. Like I sent that GIF. Thanos got all those rings, and it's all gone. No one's ever going to remember it anymore. No one's even going to remember the Vandy win in fucking Neyland unless you're a Vandy's fan. You're keeping track of that. I get that.
I just picture Tony like as Tony Stark. I'm Tony Pavia.
Yeah. Just meant to be mid. You finished.
Damn, somebody done snapped on Tony.
Tony, I want you to know your cell phone service is the Tony Pavia of cell phones.
It's a good time to be a Vols fan. That's all I can say. Because little brother's gonna be little brother, and that's just the way it is. Said little brother's gonna be little brother, and that's just the way it is. No one cares about Vandy. The voters didn't care about Vandy in the playoffs. Voters didn't care about Vandy in the Heisman. So it's fucking great. So
we got to get Tony.
I do want to congratulate Vandy fans on this one fucking win that they've had in like 7 years against the Vols. Congratulations. Who cares? It's just another thing. Right. I try to tell everybody. Pavia wasn't it. It was a bad year for the Heisman. It's getting loud, I know. Bad year for the Heisman. The wrong guy didn't win any. I mean, the right guy didn't win.
The wrong kid died.
It should have been Rodriguez anyways.
No, yeah, so, we agree with that.
With that being said, fuck everybody. Fuck everybody that doubted me. I try to be humble about this, but it's hard to. Anyway, the time we got my phone. Anyways, fuck Vandy.
This is humble.
Bobby. Ball's still on top because we're Rocky Top, baby. See you later.
God. Well,
that was your cut in from Tony Pavia.
Tony Pavia.
That was gold. That was gold.
That was Pavia-esque.
We need to get Tony a Krispy Kreme sponsor because his eyes were fucking glazed.
Dude,
all I could see was one eyeball, and that bitch was polished.
He's definitely been out back in the parking lot since I left, for sure.
All right, well.
They have only walked in to pee.
Now, we are going to officially call this one over, and we appreciate everybody for being here. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.